Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my Chanel fragrance collection video, and I'm excited about this. I love Chanel, and you guys really liked my last big haul video where I talked a lot about some new Chanel fragrances I brought into my collection, and so I figured I would show you guys all the fragrances that I have from Chanel and kind of talk about them, rate them, whatnot. So I'm not going to go speaking through all of the notes of these fragrances. Instead, I'm going to do my pop-ups. I feel like that's way more helpful. It tells you guys the notes that are in the fragrance, as well as allows me to express what I personally smell on my skin, on my clothes, on others, and basically my perception of the fragrance. If you like these type of videos, I welcome you to subscribe to my channel. We talk about beauty, fragrance, lifestyle, and other things, but mostly fragrance and self-care. My name is Christina. I would like it if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, and share this video if you like it. If you don't like it, I mean dislike it. To the algorithm, did you know that it really doesn't matter if someone likes or dislikes the video? Just so you know. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the most basic one, and I only have one of these little atomizer Chanel thingies of it, and this is the Chanel Chance Tendre EDT. Now, I had the EDP, I bought it when it first came out. I think it came out in 2019. I don't like either one of these fragrances. This was given to me by my mom, this little one, and because she had the big kit, and to be honest, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite from Chanel. It's a very girly, like cheeky, pink, flirtatious fragrance, but it's also very basic, like a very basic peony, citrusy, bright fragrance. It's just like a typical fruity floral. There's a ton of dupes of this on the market. And to begin with, I never thought it was that impressive of a fragrance. Anyway, I don't think that this has like the typical Chanel DNA where it's very obviously Chanel. It's okay. This is very much liked by a lot of the younger crowd, a lot of teenagers. It's a really pretty fragrance. It's very girly. It's not bad by any means. It doesn't smell bad. It's just not my vibe, but that is Chance Tendre. So next is one of my total opposite, probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite, most wearable fragrance from Chanel, and that is Chanel Chance Vive. So everyone talks, I think, from the Chance slang about either Eau Tendre or Eau Fraiche, which is the green one or the pink one. That's all I ever see people talk about, but no one talks about this one. So this one is a really pretty citrusy woody fragrance. It's ever so slightly sweet. It has grapefruit, it has some citruses up top, and then it has like the original Chance DNA in the base, so some beautiful woody notes and depth to the fragrance without being too much, and it's beautiful. This is my go-to, especially for the summer fragrance. I think it's classy, it's beautiful, it's chic, it's amazing. If you have never tried it and you've been using either the pink one or the green one for a really long time, I highly recommend just stop by a Chanel counter, smell this, and tell me what you think. I think it's way better. It outperforms both of them. It is an eau de toilette, so it's not even eau de parfum concentration, yet it performs like an eau de parfum. If I had to rate this one, which I didn't rate Eau Tendre, so Eau Tendre, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, just because it's not my favorite, but Eau Vive, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. I think it's really, really good. So the next one is the original Chance eau de toilette. So this is not the eau de parfum. The eau de parfum is not my vibe. It's very similar to Cocomademoiselle, but the eau de toilette has pineapple added to it. So it adds this freshness and this brightness to the original woody, patchouli, citrusy rose DNA of Chance. And I absolutely love it. This is gorgeous. It's not too sharp and it's not too woody. It's good for year round. It just smells classy and pretty and fresh and feminine, but it's also a fragrance that I think was meant to be taken seriously. So if I could just compare them, because these are the two Chances that I have, this one is like, Eau Vive is like your weekend fragrance. It's your go anywhere fragrance. It's definitely good for like summer casual events, where I think the original Chance is good for work. It's good for the office environment. It's good for very, I think, important situations where you need to be taken seriously, but it's also a bit sexy in a very feminine and classy way, and I adore this. These two are probably my favorite out of the entire collection that I have from Chanel, Vive, and then Chance. So next, let's get into some number 5. So 2 things from number 5. I have the number 5 Eau Premiere, which I can't shut up about. Every time someone talks about number 5 Low or number 5 the original or the deluxe, I'm like, dude, have you even tried Eau Premiere? Like, it seriously beats all of them, beats everything, beats all the number 5s that have ever existed. It is gorgeous. It is a modern vanilla creamy lactonic take on the original number 5 DNA. So it still has those aldehydes. It still has a little bit of that classic vibe, but don't let that scare you. When it dries down to like a creamy, luscious vanilla aldehydes, just very smooth, clean fragrance. I love this. This is like my go-to when I don't know what to wear. I spray a little bit of this on and I love it. It's clean, it's fresh. This is one of my most complimented fragrances as well, especially as of recently. I think that people, especially men, really like the kind of white floral, like aldehyde-y, creamy vanilla aspect that this has in it. It is gorgeous. If you like number 5, or if you've been wanting to try number 5, but it's just too classic for you, I highly suggest you check this one out over the other flankers that are available. So I also have the original number 5 lotion. So if you don't like one of the Chanel fragrances, like me, I do like number 5, but it's really something that's hard to wear for me. It's a bit heavy, especially the original Eau Parfum, where the Eau Premiere is perfect for me. It's like the perfect fragrance for me. But if you want to, I highly suggest try a lotion. So the lotion version of number 5 is incredibly soft. It's like this soft aldehydes with some rose and a little bit of like a bright solar note. It's super feminine, soft, pretty. If I don't have time, let's be real, I never really don't have time to wear fragrance. I usually layer this with Eau Premiere, and I love it. I'll layer this Eau Premiere, sometimes I'll wear it by itself, and it lasts so long on your skin. The only thing is, like, my top broke. I have to contact Chanel about that, because I don't know if they can do something about it, because it probably shouldn't break. This is a $50 lotion. But, I love it. I love it so much. It's super good, super clean smelling, really pretty. Same with Cocomademoiselle. I had a little 50 ml bottle. I gave it to my mom. I don't like the fragrance at all. I've tried it multiple times throughout my life. Don't like it. The lotion is good though. The lotion has a lot more, again, it's softer, less patchouli. I use this lotion for the gym. I know that sounds kind of bougie, but it just kind of gives me a freshness and makes me feel clean and pretty. So if I'm getting ready to go to the gym, I'll just throw this lotion on and won't wear fragrance, because fragrance to me, sometimes, especially during the summer, is a bit too much. This is perfect. I love it. So next, getting into some of the Eau Premiere lines, or I forgot what line this is from, but this is Paris Venise by Chanel. I don't have any full-size bottles of the exclusives except for this one, which I don't think this is technically the exclusive line. This is like their summer line, but this is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. If you like fresh vanillas, this has like neroli, citrus, vanilla, and it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It is not a very strong perfume. It is sit a little bit more closer to the skin, and yeah, but I love it. I absolutely love it. This is a 10 for me, a 10 out of 10. I want to get the bigger size when I run out of this, because I use this quite often, even though I haven't had it that long. I used several samples of this before buying this. Just, I don't know. I love it so much. It's kind of hard to justify spending on it, though, I will be honest, because this one is not a long-lasting fragrance. I maybe get max 6 hours out of it, and that's really overspraying, but it's really, really good. This is a 10 out of 10. I didn't rate the last few, so number 5, Eau Premiere, I would say 9 out of 10. Number 5, Lotion is a 9 out of 10. Cocomademoiselle Lotion, probably 8 out of 10. But this is like my first one that I would say is a 10, just because the scent profile is so interesting and so different, especially for a vanilla perfume. I love it. If you like vanilla, or even if you don't like vanilla, if you're a vanilla hater, I think you would still like this, because it's a very classy take on a vanilla fragrance, and there is a lot of woodiness to it, some freshness to it, so it's not just pure vanilla. I like it a lot. So the next one are some that I put away in boxes, because they're more fall fragrances, so that's why they're in boxes. They're not new, just that I keep the boxes and I put them away for the fall time. So this is Coco Noir. So this is one that I had to grow to like. I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't for everyone. I know everyone says that this is such a good fragrance, it's so likable. I have to disagree. It's a really pretty fragrance. Yes, it's very sexy, and the Noir part, totally, like, it's dark. It's kind of citrusy, but at the same time dark and mysterious. It is one that not everybody is gonna like, for sure. When I first smelled this, the first thing that it reminded me of was dalma. So if you're not familiar with dalma, it is a Greek, also Lebanese type grape leaf, stuffed grape leaf. And those grape leaves that are used, I believe they have some sort of vinegar or they're braised, something, and they have a very distinct like smell. This does have, I believe, grape or grape leaf in it as well. This on the top immediately brought me to that. I don't know, I had recently eaten that, and so it kind of threw me off for a while. I was like, this is a very odd sort of sour scent, but it took me a while of wearing it to really appreciate it and really get the grape instead of the grape leaf out of this fragrance. And it's stunning. It does have a base of patchouli, but again, this is one where the patchouli is not super heavy, not super gross, not super classic. I really like it. I wouldn't really describe it as spicy. It's more smooth oriental with some grape, some warmth, and a little bit of citrus. A really interesting combination. And it smells nothing like cocoa at all. And it does have a little bit of a sweetness. This is a very addictive scent. This is a very sexy scent. This is definitely a nighttime, in my opinion, fall, even winter type scent. I don't think I could pull this off during the summer, maybe the spring at night, but this is definitely not one that I can wear right now in the extreme Texas heat. But it's a very good one. If I had to rate it, I would say a 7 out of 10, just because it is a pretty interesting scent profile. It does work well with my skin, but when it comes down to wearability, that's what I look for in a lot of my fragrances, especially lately, is I want to be able to wear them all the time. This is not a very wearable fragrance. In my opinion, it's not like I can just pop this on and go to work, or pop this on and go to the gym, or pop this on and go to the grocery store. It's like a little too much, but it's good for special occasions, and I'm actually really glad that I have it. I kind of wish, though, with some of these smaller bottles, and I've kind of learned my lesson, not to buy the 100 ml size. I buy instead the 30 or even the 50 ml size, because if they're those type of fragrances that are truly just special occasion fragrances, why am I going to buy a big bottle of it? Like, honestly, I don't see why people don't think about that. Like, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of perfume. It's gonna turn in like 3 or 4 years, and if you don't see yourself using it at least once a week, it's gonna turn pretty quickly. So I also have the Coco Noir lotion, which smells just like the Eau de Parfum. I layer it for basically date nights. This is like a good date night scent during the fall and winter. They're both equally exactly the same. I have to say that most of the lotions from Chanel smell a little bit different from the perfumes. Apart from this lotion smells exactly like the perfume. Maybe a little bit more of like that grape opening than the perfume. But other than that, it smells exactly like the perfume. So next, I have Allure Sensuelle, again, by Chanel. No shade. And so this one is a newer one that I added to my collection, and I really like it. So this is a spicy vanilla fragrance. It shares a lot of the same DNA as the original Allure, but it's basically a very peppery, spicy, vanilla, patchouli fragrance. I like it a lot. And this is one that, oddly enough, though it's spicy and has vanilla and it has some patchouli and some woodiness to it, it also has a freshness to it. That peppery note makes it fresh, and there's a freshness on the opening. So it's very wearable year round. This is one I could totally get away with pulling off at nighttime. During the spring, maybe even the summer in some cooler climates. But I really like this one. Actually, I think I like this one. I find it more wearable than Coco Noir. Just a personal preference. I think this is more wearable. I can definitely wear this out more than Coco Noir, where I feel like Coco Noir is more of a special occasion type of fragrance. This one definitely I can wear any weeknight, any going out to eat, like Texas Roadhouse type situation. It's a bit more casual, which I like. And if I had to rate it, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. The last one that I have is the original Coco. And this one I did get in the 30 ml bottle. So this one's a teeny miniature, which is perfect because this is another one where it's like, I'm not going to use it every day. It's not an everyday type fragrance, but it is beautiful and I'm really glad I have it. So the original Coco is a very spicy, classic fragrance. It smells very 80s. It's very warm, very like a warm hug. I smell a lot of amber, some musk, very like peachy. I believe there's some peach in there, and I love it. But it's something you can only really wear. I think it's so fall. Like this is a perfect fragrance like for fall sweater weather. Even like winter. I think Thanksgiving is a really good time for this type of fragrance, and that's basically it. That's why I have a small size of it, because I think it is very much one that I can only wear during the fall. And yes, I am that person. I know you can wear any fragrance you want any time of the year, but I don't, like I said, like to choke people out. I live in a warm climate. I know some people live in a very cold climate. They can wear whatever they want any time of the year. But for those of us that live like in Florida, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Louisiana, Tennessee, we know, like girl, we know. This is one that is reserved for the colder months. Though I like it, I have to say this shares a lot of the same vibe as Chance. This is the summer, this is the winter. Although you can wear this when year round, they're the same vibe in that if you want to be taken seriously, this is the perfume to wear. Like these are it. Coco, Chance. They're great for business meetings, great for work, great for situations where something very important is going on, and I really like it. They both demand attention, though I think Coco demands a little bit more attention. It's definitely one of those attention-grabbing, warm fragrances that is just like serious. This is very serious, and I like that. Sometimes you need a fragrance like this in your collection, just something that's very serious, like we ain't playing games type fragrance, and this is it. And if I had to rate Coco on a 1 to 10 scale, I think I'd give it a 7.5. I like it, like I said, but it's a very occasion type fragrance as well. I do see myself using this a lot more during the winter because I love the scent, but at the same time, I'm really probably not going to get a ton of use out of it, which is why I got the teeny tiny miniature bottle, but I love it. Alright guys, and that's it. This is my Chanel fragrance collection. I thought that I had way more, but I absolutely love Chanel, and if I had to pick one that is my absolute favorite from Chanel, absolute favorite, this is so hard. And even though I rated them all differently, I think my absolute favorite is number 5 Eau Premiere. Like honestly, it's a tie between number 5 Eau Premiere and Chance EDT. Like these two are amazing, though I have to say top 3 is going to include the Chance EDT Toilette, because these are just 3 that you can wear any time of the year. They always smell good. They withhold different types of weather, especially the Chance and the Eau Premiere. Maybe not so much the Vive, but they're pretty, they're sexy, they're feminine. They are serious fragrances, so like they're not too like girly or anything like that. And I think that's something that could be said about all Chanel fragrances. They're not like the Jean Paul Gaultier. They're not like Aquilina Pink Sugar, where it's like very playful and cute and girly and fun. No, these are fragrances that like are for, I think, the working woman to be taken seriously, but still sexy, still pretty, and still very, very, very feminine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.